Now, I heard you just say, like you said, like you remember when I guess when St. Louis was hit with the crack, during that crack era when crack hit St. Louis.
Yeah.
I guess describe that.
Oh,
that
man.
transition. What you noticed.
Well, at first it wasn't as bad, People was out getting money, as teenagers. But then when it got bad when the gang violence started, and that hit like when Colors. You heard of the movie Colors? Mm-hmm. Yeah, when Colors hit, everybody wanted to be a gang member, and it's like I know you heard about the late '80s. It was just like the Wild Wild West after that, So it was real dangerous, and I got into a few things. I ain't gonna speak on all of that, but it was rough back then. It's rough now, but I remember I'm not a kid now, so I can't really. I can relate because I see it, but I'm not a kid today.
It's active.
So, yeah, that's active. So I can't really say, but I know back then it was just hey, wrong place, wrong time, you could get it type deal,
Yeah. Now, like you just said, like the late '80s and early '90s is when I heard like gangbanging became a thing in St. Louis.
Yeah.
Would you say it's solely based upon Colors?
That's hard to say, man, because that hit. Because you had neighborhoods back then, but then eventually they start claiming Colors,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a motherfucker before that, but when that came, it really got all the way out of hand.
Gotcha.
But did what?
Did you yourself like indulge in like the gang culture?
Well, not really. I really wasn't I didn't find comfortability in claiming something from somewhere else.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? I just didn't really respect that, at the time, because I'm like, y'all didn't do this till you seen Colors. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, you had gang members coming down here bringing work to St. Louis.
Gotcha.
And trying to get people that they was working with to claim they set. Mm-hmm. So I know that was a part of it, but I eventually, like when I was 18, I got into I was in the industry.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So it kind of took me away from all of that.
Gotcha. Now, what you saying, like what you just said, LA gang members coming to St. Louis, before Colors. Rumor has it that, Laclede Town was actually one of the areas that kind of settled in the beginning days.
Yeah.
Even with records like you say, like My Summer Vacation by Ice Cube.
Yeah.
What do you remember in those early interactions with St. Louis and the LA gang members? Because Ice Cube kind of insinuated there was some type of conflict when he said, St. Louis niggas want their corners back.
Well,
like, was everybody receptive to that gang culture, or was some people getting like pushed back?
Well, I done been coast to coast, and I haven't seen any place that's rougher than St. Louis. You know what I mean? So it's like you coming from somewhere else, just the St. Louis mentality, folks be quick to flip on you. You know what I mean? So I wasn't like a big time drug dealer or anything like that. I was more so doing it to try to benefit and fuel what I was trying to do. Yeah. But it was all the way around. It was around me all the time. Mm-hmm. But far as the falling out with LA gang members and all that, I know people used to run off with their work. They'd give them some keys or something, they'd disappear. I know about a lot of that. Yeah. A lot of that type of stuff going on,
Even like what you said, like when we mentioned like Laclede Town was one of the areas that, is rumored to be where the LA gang settled at. You also mentioned that before the gangs came, St. Louis had their own things. Like I heard about like the Thundercats. They were still the Thundercats. Uh-huh. Now I had moved from Laclede Town when all of that really started taking place, so I can't really speak on that. I know a lot of people that were involved in it, but I'd be wrong to speak on what they had going at that time. Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? But they was, as far as I know, they was always the Thundercats. You know what I mean? Even with that LA gang element in it, they were still Thundercats, far as I know. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really speak on what Laclede Town was doing. Like, I left Laclede Town like in '88, something like that. So all of that started happening like after I left.
Gotcha.
You know, I was on the north. You know.